think every last one of us has a bits and pieces of my dad.
Yeah.
Derek has the voice like crazy. I think that we all, and it's 11 of us. I think we all look alike, and we hear that. Oh, you look like this one. Oh, you look like that. This one don't look like that. But if you pay attention, then we all look like him at different times of his life. And I think all of us have picked up bits and pieces of his personality in some sort of way. I don't know. I can't pinpoint one that just die hard. Like, oh, you're just like Daddy. Like, not exactly. We all have our own personalities and things like that, but we all have bits and pieces of him. And that the genes are crazy. But like voice wise, I think Eric Marquise has his bodybuilding structure. Derek has his voice. Eric Deshawn, he has his voice as well. His voice is really light as well. And Eric has his little Eazy. He picked up his kindness a lot. You know, my dad, a lot of people don't know because of how my dad rapped, they think he was some ruthless villain, like heavily not knowing that he came from a real structured background, real well-mannered, caring, with a big heart. Now, a big heart is something that I think we all grab from him, and his mannerism and things like that. Little Eazy has that down pat. So I think we all have bits and pieces of him. Myself, I have the hardcore side. I'm the go-to. I'm the one that's really I'm the ruthless.
I loved working for Eazy. He was like a lot of different types of person. I mean, he was short but stocky. You know, he's about 5 feet. You know, but he was stocky. He could stand still and do a backflip and land on his feet. His upper body strength was amazing. I saw him knock some guy out at a video shoot. Some big dude was getting in the way of Michelin video shoot, and Eazy walks up. He's probably 250, 300-pound guy. Eazy knocks him out with one punch. So Eazy was bad like that, but he was also funny. He was quiet. He was kind of shy. He liked to spend money. He was very generous. Used to give me weed, whenever I needed it, which was nice.
I met N.W.A. at, I guess, about 88. They invited me to the We Want Easy video. I met the fellas like a day or two before up in Hollywood that I was up there recording. And Ren and them, they invited me. And so we get there. Me and my boy went up there. We get there, brought us in. We ate pizza with the fellas and, drank sodas and watched the video get made. So having that inside track, I never forget them days because I wasn't even me yet. You know what I mean? So just seeing somebody do it on that level was incredible.
What was Eazy-E like? Did you get a chance to chop it up with him?
All the time.
Prior to Trust No Bitch, obviously. I'm talking about the We Want Easy days.
Yeah, all the time. I'm a huge Eazy-E fan, and he was a big-ass AMG fan, and we was boys, like hanging out, smoking weed, hanging out, at the club, at the parties, at the whatever, at the house, whatever. He used to come through, shoot dice with niggas, hang out, kick it. Eazy a real nigga, forever. I'm actually godfather to Aaron Wright, which is his daughter. That's my goddaughter.
I think Eazy-E was probably the greatest visionary of our period. And he was so far ahead of his time. He was on his way to being the biggest guy of his generation. They made Compton the third biggest record city in the world, bigger than Nashville. It was L.A., New York, and Compton. So, I mean, this group was an important group. I mean, 3 months in, there was a 12-page article in a magazine, a fashion magazine called Elle, E-L-L-E. It's sort of like Vogue. In Foreign Elle, there was a 12-page article called Gangster Chic featuring 12 pages of N.W.A. in a fucking fashion magazine. This group changed the fucking world, man. They were the most important group of the 20th century, bigger than the Beatles.
Can you reflect a little bit on the godfather of gangster rap for us?
Well, you know, it's surreal, fam. That's all I can say. You know, to be a part of that rich history. You know, Eazy never made you feel like you was worth 2 cents. He let you kick it around him. He let you, you know what I'm saying? I came to him and he was like, Coke, I want you to do something for me. I'm having a hard part on this stuff. And here I am, really a nobody in the game. And he wants me to write Appetite for Destruction. He wants me to write his part. And I'm like, you want me to write my part? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I was starstruck because I was with him already and with Above the Law. But he always gave somebody an opportunity and a chance. And you got to realize, you know, Dre, you know, when I seen the Defiant one, you know, it was on point. Most of the things was on point there. And you got to realize if there was no Eric, though, and not taking nothing away from any of the tree, all of us, but if there was no Eric putting up his hustle money, this wouldn't be possible. Me and you wouldn't be talking. Eric was not only the blueprint to allowing us to articulate our message from a suppressed environment called ghettos, but his tree created a multi-billion-dollar corporations for different subsidiaries out of that one tree, out of him taking his Compton money and putting this dope money up and saying, let's get this shit cracking. You know, Eazy need just as equal as anyone at the top. Cube, and they know it too, because they said, Dre, any one of us. Eazy needs to be inducted into some of these colleges in their books. Because when you're talking about economics and different history of hip-hop has the biggest economics. And he was our West Coast Russell Simmons.
No. I met Dre because of Eazy.
Oh, okay. So you met Eazy first then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I known Eric since we was kids, since we was single digits. I found out, it wasn't until later I found out he was a little older than me because, you know, he was you know, a little short dude. But I used to see him all the time, and he'd be on the move, you know, walking. But I used to say, dang, you know, that little boy, he showed me moving. And then, you know, I didn't know. I thought we was about the same age. So I could never leave because I was too young. I thought he was the same age, like, you know, 7, 8, like me. But he was doing his thing. He was a little couple of years older.
How was he as a kid, man? Did you see that he had those talents and abilities in him at that young of an age?
Oh, yeah, he's ambitious, no doubt. And, you know, when we was kids, we would do stuff like, you know, flipping on mattresses and things. And Eric was the best, like, flip-flopper, you know, the gymnast on the block. Had nobody fade Eric. So he was like, you know, he always had that far back as I can remember. It wasn't nobody on the block could fade him, and I think he would probably, you know, he probably could have went to the Olympics or something, man. He was that good.
Eazy, man, would come around us, man. He's been to South Central, man. We had another little spot in the Inland Empire. He'd come by himself, no bodyguards. You know, man, he was comfortable around us. We was comfortable around him. Man, he was a good dude, man. He was really, really a good dude. He ain't never did nothing bad to me personally, so I respect him, and he brought me and showcased me to the world, so I have nothing but love for Eazy.
Knowing that he had some fly, hot rhymers and a good team, again, to add on to what he had, and he was unstoppable. When, you know, before he died on top of hip-hop, you know, because he had Bone Thugs there with him, the newest, hottest group, and his records was doing even better, and it was just a beautiful thing. So I know Bone put a smile on his face, and before he died, you know, one of his bodyguards came over to him, and he was like, man, right before he died, he was like, how my niggas doing? And, you know, his bodyguards was asking about everybody else, and he was like, nah, Bone, how they doing? And that was like the last thing he asked about us, you know what I mean? So a brother on his deathbed, and he asked about you, and you ain't known him but for like 6 months to a year, that's major, bro. So that's probably my fondest memories with and without him.
One thing about Eazy, which he was a very, very hard-working cat, and he focused on, like, being innovative. And I think what's bad is the guys who have moved on and got hundreds of millions of dollars are the guys who need to be really, really thanking Eazy-E. You know, without gangster rap coming into the fold, you don't really have hip-hop to what it is today. And when he got the attention of all those big companies to pay attention to him because it was about money, it changed how everybody thought about hip-hop in general. You know, at that, you got to realize, you're talking about 88, 89, and for you to be able to transition and make money like big corporations at that time, it's hard for an urban company to do that now, you know. And he was doing gangster rap. So his mind alone and his heart and his vision to say, okay, this is how we're going to do it. We're not finna fall. We're not finna follow what all these other cats do. We're going to do what we want to do the way we want to do it and smash the game. So I think that's probably the tragic part of Eazy-E's legacy, far as people don't never give him the props for being the guy who was the mind behind hip-hop having the voice that it has today. And because when you look at the transition of hip-hop from the late 90s to the late 80s to the early 90s, that was a very, very, very crucial time for hip-hop to either come out of being a fad or becoming a real money-making industry.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, like, comment, share. Also go over to UGSforLife.com, download the entire archive, and check out new episodes on Apple Podcasts and Blog Talk Radio.